All right, we're here. We're live.
We did it.
Welcome
Yay.
back.
Hello.
Oh no.
Oh no. It is a little cold.
No, I don't
actually.
have a cold. It is just cold.
Yeah.
All right. Could be worse.
Yep.
It's almost Valentine's Day.
Yep.
Hooray.
Woo.
Yay.
You guys doing anything special?
Going out for dinner.
Dinner. All right. Right. It's a big no from Paul.
Nope.
I'm going surfing.
Nice.
Most romantic.
Candlelight surfing.
Candlelight. We're both going to be on one surfboard.
It's real
Nice.
impressive.
Classy.
And then Claire, you'll like this. She's making me steak.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
I know it's your favorite food, so.
To be fair, that is in fact what I'm getting for our dinner. So
Nice. Paul, you hopping on the steak train?
All right. Sure. Why not? Oh.
Sure, why not?
Why not?
Saturday
I'm down.
steaks.
I'm down. Saturday, right?
We're
Sloppy
doing ours on
steaks.
Sunday. We're not doing it on Saturday. It's just too busy a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if you're going out, yeah, that makes sense. We're like cooking at home, so
Yeah.
Oh, if you're cooking at home, then yeah, just you do it the day of. But like,
Yeah.
we're like, yeah, let's go out to dinner. Let's go somewhere nice. Let's get out of the house.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. And then now I'm just thinking of like the sloppy steak skit from I Think You Should Leave.
Oh no.
Yeah. Is that show coming back anytime soon? I would love to see more of that.
I don't know.
Love that show.
I mean, the Chair Company got us renewed for a second season. I don't know how that makes any sense, but
sure.
Did you finish that show?
No, that show
Oh,
is a different vibe though. That is that's somehow a weirder vibe, actually. That whole thing.
You got to finish that show. That's a thing that is super weird.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Paul, I saw you complaining on Blue Sky that there's too many games out.
Like literally within the last 24 hours. Yeah, that's the problem. Not that
a
in
lot
general.
dropped out of nowhere.
It's so. It's too much. It's way too much.
What's on your guys' lists?
So, in the last 48, like on the 10th, I think. Oh, wait, what is that? Oh, that's the Mario Tennis.
I grabbed this today.
Yeah,
I've heard very mixed
Yakuza Kiwami
things.
3, but like there was just a whole thing about that, and it's just like I don't want to touch that now. So
yeah.
But Romeo is a Dead Man. I'm excited for.
Yeah, that came out on the 10th, along with Mugenics and Crystal Theater of Idols, which is basically like a BioShock type game. And then they also shadow dropped Diablo 2, an expansion for Diablo 2, one of my favorite games ever. So that's awesome, I guess. And then today they shadow dropped a God of War like throwback type thing. So, which we'll talk about later. So yeah, what is that? 5 games now within the last 48 hours?
I think I'm actually playing 5 games right now. I'm still working my way through Wukong and Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah.
And then I've got the 2 games on my list, what I'll be talking about in a bit.
Yeah.
And then I just picked up Cairn.
I'll
be talking about next week. So I'm literally playing 5 games right now, which is not including like my before bed like chill out games and stuff.
Sure. Yeah. Too many games, man. It's too many.
A lot of games.
Way too many.
And January was pretty quiet.
This is what annoys me because it's like, this is perfect. If you did one of these each week, perfect. But no, they all have to be the same day.
Same day. Got to be right before the fiscal year ends.
That's
Jam
right.
it in there.
Yep.
Well, the fiscal year ends in March, so we're not even there yet.
Jam it in there.
I mean, I guess I'm like I was traveling, so I didn't need a whole bunch of games to come out in January. That was fine, and I'm playing some old games, so I can't complain too much. But all of a sudden, this like last week, just like a few more games just kept popping up and that I want to get to and whatnot. But
yeah.
Anyways, clearly we got some games to talk about, so let's get to it. Top down perspective for February 12th. I'm Sean Booker.
I'm Paul Fleck.
Claire Wheeler.
Claire, do you want to talk about anything?
Nope.
Okay. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
1 down, 2 to go.
It was all idle games and just stuff on stream. So
I'm picturing you with like 5 monitors, each one with a different idle game going.
2, but yeah.
Close enough.
Close enough.
How's
Alright.
the Castlevania game clearing going? Did you finish? What were you on, Lament last time we talked?
No. Well, last time we talked in December, it was on Lament.
Oh,
January, February, we've been doing Curse of Darkness.
Gotcha. And those are
Is
done
this
now.
like an ongoing thing? You're going to play a bunch of them, or
No, it just happened to line up because like I
Okay.
let the subs decide game clearing games last year if they won a
Yeah.
mini game.
Yeah.
So Lament won a mini game, and then the person who had like bet that Lament would win picked Curse. So I ended up doing both of them back to back, and then after that I'm doing Ninja Gaiden 4, and then after that we do the new plan where like random wheels are gonna pick what we play. So
okay.
You haven't got to
Okay.
Ninja Gaiden 4 yet, though.
nope, that'll be
Okay.
starting not this Monday but the next.
Cool. I'm interested to see how that is since you love that series so much. I haven't.
Yeah.
I've seen people talk about it, but honestly, not as much as I would have thought, to be honest. So
From what I've heard, I will have thoughts.
okay,
Okay.
cool.
So
That was Game Pass. That
Yep.
came out like when like a bunch of Game Pass stuff dropped, because that was like
Yeah.
at the exact same time as Keeper and Outer Worlds 2.
Yes. Yeah. Around that. What
It
was that?
like
October.
Xbox, why don't you spread these out like a little bit? What are you doing?
Yeah. Exactly.
I guess that's that's one thing that I can praise Nintendo for, which is rare, but they'll put out like a game a month. And it's like, okay, so you're like purposely spreading this out, which is good.
we would like people
Yeah.
to buy all our games.
True. Yep. Yep.
All right, well then, Paul, I hear
Yeah.
you've played some more Mega Man games.
I have been. So I said I wasn't going to play the Game Boy games. I played the Game Boy games.
Hell yeah.
And those are varying degrees of garbage. Except I think 4 is quite good.
4 and 5 are considered the best.
So what's interesting about them and why I really wanted to take a look at them is that each one of them kind of takes their names, they're like numbered from the NES stuff, and then the next one. So Mega Man 1 has like Mega Man 1 and 2 stuff in it. 2 has 2 and 3 and etc. going on. And I thought that was kind of interesting how they like mix and match those. The problem is that Mega Man 1 might be the worst game I've ever played in my life because the level design is garbage. It's absolutely fucking terrible. So
You're
many
saying
just
specifically the Game Boy Mega
Game
Man
Boy
1?
one.
Yeah, Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge.
It's just rude. Everything it does, it just there to fuck you. Like it's terrible. It's terribly done. So that was very not fun at all. Very not fun. I died at Wily when I got to him finally, and I had to do all of the Wily Castle shit again because there's no like checkpointing, so you have to do all of it again, and it is extremely long. Actually, that's the problem with all the Game Boy games, is that the Wily stages are one stage because of Game Boy limitations, but that one stage is like half an hour long. They're crazy long. So,
Yep.
and they
Maybe
slowly
this is
get
just
better.
a skill.
What's that?
Maybe this is just a skill issue.
Could be. Yep, could be. But
Yep.
probably not. So
All right.
Mega Man 2 and 3 are okay, I would say, even though they have issues of their own, but they're not nearly as bad as 1. And then 4 was very good. And I still have yet to play 5, which I've heard is the best. And also the first one and only one that isn't a rehash of previous stuff, because that's the one with the Star Droids or whatever, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
all new bosses in that one. 4 starts adding in like new stuff, but like
Yeah.
yeah 5 is straight up just all new.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, those are okay, I guess. I will never play that first Game Boy Mega Man game ever again. Ever.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
fucking terrible.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty
Yeah.
bad.
I'm not trying to
Um,
like
mhm.
call the cops on you. Are these all on like Switch Online or anything?
No, I'm playing these completely stolen on emulator, 100%. And the
Right.
reason is because retro achievements. That's literally the only reason.
Oh, you're doing the retro achievements on them. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, as just a side thing, I'm not trying to get retro achievements, like
I
going
was
for
gonna say
them.
you're not badging them, right?
No.
I
What
can't
is
imagine
that?
badging Dr. Wily's Revenge. That sounds miserable.
That
What is
sounds
it?
like
The
the
kids
worst.
are badging. What's badging?
So on retro achievements, badging is the equivalent of getting like a platinum trophy.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. Doing all of them. But because they are
Do you know where your kid is? Is he out badging?
because the retro achievements are community driven, some of them are incredibly fucking stupid. So it depends on the game.
That's why I
and the
don't do
community.
RA.
Yep.
That's exactly why I avoid RA.
Yep. But yeah, I don't know. It was
Apparently,
just
for the record,
easier.
they actually all are on Switch Online. Just
They are.
for those
Yep.
who might be interested.
Yep. They are. And then you can use like save states and stuff like that, which I would recommend because it's fucking miserable not doing
Or the
that.
rewind feature and stuff.
And the rewind. Yeah. I would recommend playing them that way. And then just when you die, rewind and save state or something because, yeah, they're miserable.
Just like we did back when we were kids, right?
Just like we did back when we were kids. Yep.
Controlled time and rewound it.
Yep. That's right.
How
Otherwise,
how has a game not come out that it's tried to like ape like a Game Boy, but you can't really see the screen well because you have to use a lamp beside you and a worm light? Like, how has that not been done at least once?
Because they know that shit's annoying.
I know, but people are like glorifying like PS1 graphics these days and stuff. So how does nobody have any kind of nostalgia for like bolting 8 things onto your Game Boy Color so that it plays a little bit nicer?
like a VR game where in the VR thing you have to play your Game Boy, but you also have to like hide from your parents under the covers or something.
Like, that's just Gamer from like Game and Wario.
I'm just thinking, but I'm just thinking like some kind of game where, you know, there's a screen kind of within a screen, like maybe there's like a frame around it, and you need to like save up for a worm light, and now you can see it a little better. And then you got, you know, how has that not been done a single time yet?
It's not a bad idea.
That sounds so miserable.
Right? That seems like somebody would have made that. Like there has to be someone out there for nostalgia. The number of times we've said worm light on this podcast, like someone else is, we're not the only 3 thinking about the worm light on a weekly basis.
Is that what we're doing?
On a weekly basis. Yeah. In more recent stuff, as in literally played the day came out, Romeo is a Dead Man came out. And I needed to know what that thing is, and that is a Suda game.
Good. That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
There's no other way to put that.
I feel like a Suda game can imply like vastly different things in terms of quality these days.
In the 2 sessions that I played, I fucking hated every second of it, and I've loved a bunch of it. So yeah, it's a Suda game.
Okay, all right.
So the biggest problem I have with it is that I don't like. It's a bunch of different like missions that you go on. So you play as a character named Romeo, and the reason they call him a dead man is because he's dead and he's an FBI agent for the space-time FBI, of course. Like, duh, right?
Naturally, yeah.
And so you're trying to find your version of Juliet from your universe, basically. But there's a whole bunch of other versions of Juliet which are villains and like doing evil shit. There's like just a bunch of evil space-time villains that you're trying to take down. So it's kind of mission based. You're going to different places in different eras or whatever and fighting the monster or the enemy there. And in between all of those, because they're kind of non sequiturs from each other, they are connected by this top down pixel type hub area where you're talking to people.
Kind of like a TDP.
A TDP, yeah. You're talking to people on your spaceship, your FBI ship, and I hate all of that stuff. I think it's poorly written. I'm not vibing with like any of the characters or any. I just don't think this is written very well. I don't like that stuff at all. Because
is it at least better than
probably not. Because these games are weird in a way that I think.
This wasn't a Suda game that I'm thinking of. What was the like card like racing game? Neon White. That's what I'm thinking of. Remember how badly written Neon White was?
That's yeah.
So the problem I have with it, and this is like a personal thing, and to varying degrees, people will be okay or not okay with it. I'm sick of the lol so random type stuff in it, and it's just like it doesn't feel like it serves any bigger meaning. It's just there because he likes to be weird, and like sometimes that works. Most of the time in this, for me, it doesn't at all. So I'm just sick of all of the writing stuff. The actual like gameplay stuff, I enjoy enough. I think there's enough there that it's kind of fun. It's kind of seeing the big spectacle, weird shit that he does with like the monsters, and the boss fights are fun and all that stuff. And I was really annoyed because the first session, you start off doing some of that like hack and slash basic stuff that you're expecting, and then it took like half an hour of just exposition dumping characters I don't give a shit about taking up all of my time. And like I just got really annoyed by that. I just wanted to play the game, and the game forces you to interact with all of the characters and talk with them, and I couldn't give a shit less about what any of them had to say. I didn't really care about what's going on in the story stuff because they're not really talking about that stuff in that yet. I just thought the pacing was really broken up in a way I didn't enjoy. And then when that stuff's all done, it's just like a bunch more gameplay stuff. And then I was starting to feel it again. It's like, okay, this is just a decent hack and slash with some like weird monsters and some fun boss fights and all of that sort of stuff. So that stuff I like. The other stuff I don't really care about. But at least it's not
kind of
forcing it.
Sounds like you're describing No More Heroes 1 in a way.
I also don't like No More Heroes games.
I was just about to ask, what do you guys think is your favorite Grasshopper game?
Let me look up a list real quick just so I can give you a proper answer. I think I know
for
which
me
one.
it's Shadows of the Damned.
Like for me it's probably that too. But even
probably
then
that, if not No More Heroes 2.
I like Lollipop Chainsaw enough too. I have some of the same issues with the writing in that, but at least that one was
to be fair, that writing was James Gunn.
Yeah, so yeah, it's probably Shadows of the Damned for me personally. And that, I think, even though it's silly, has the least amount of the problems I have because it's mostly all gameplay. Yeah, I mean, it's basically just Resident Evil 4, if we're going to be honest, with a different skin on it.
It's got Big Boner.
It has it has Big Boner.
That's in Resident Evil 4, didn't you know?
Actually, I haven't finished Resident Evil 4, so, you know, it might be in there.
Take my word for it.
Yeah, it's there. Trust me. I think if you like Suda games, there's probably enough in here to like. If you like the No More Heroes games, you'll probably really like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
That works for me.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a decent hack and slash with some fun like monster battles in there and a lot of, oh my god, maybe too much style. So one of the other problems I have is that I'm old and there are just way too many. There's too many particle effects and colors and some things, and it was like starting to hurt to look at. I was thinking to myself, 2:00 in the morning after working a full day, this is like making me sick. There's too much sensory overload here. I can't do it.
Okay.
Yeah, but again,
this is your slow descent to just playing solitaire.
You
never win on purpose because you don't like it when all the cards go blasting around and bounce on the screen because that's too much too.
It's way too much. Yeah, those trail effects or whatever that happen. Can't handle it. I've actually just become a Mega Man gamer is the problem.
Exclusively Mega Man? Okay.
Exclusively Mega Man, yeah. It's fine. I think I was hoping that I would love it, and I just kind of ended up being okay with it, and I think that was what was disappointing me more than anything.
What's better, this or that last one he worked on with Swery?
Oh my god, that thing is a piece of shit. So
okay.
What is
the name of that one?
Hotel Barcelona.
Yes, yeah, there we go. Thank you.
Yeah, that thing is awful.
All right.
That thing is so bad. I will say this is good. I just wish it was great for me.
All right.
That's my biggest issue with it. Okay. I also played a little bit of Mugenics, not enough to really talk in depth about it. This is the new Edmund McMillan game that also came out. That is a tactics game. So if you like tactics, you might get something out of it.
Did you see the cameo list for that game?
I have not. No.
There's like a weird selection of people that voiced cats, like which is just meowing.
He did put out a call like on Twitter to just say, if you have like any following at all, just like message me. He needed hundreds of cat sounds. So,
I mean, I'm not really talking about there's some like controversial people in there. I'm more just talking about like Rivers Como meowed for that game.
Can I find this list somewhere?
It's not too hard to find, but like it's just a weird list.
Oh my god, this is way too many people.
Cliff Blazinski?
Yeah, I just saw Cliff Blazinski on here. Trying to find, like, I know a lot of these people as internet people, but I'm trying to find people that like everyone would know.
the kid from the Game Awards that went on stage with FromSoft.
Oh my god!
Wait, what?
Yeah, like it's a really weird list of people who meowed from. Oh yeah, David Harbour, thank you in the chat.
Yeah.
No,
Of course, Mega 64 people are in here. Actually, I think all of the Mega 64 people are in here. Game Grumps people. What are some more like really weird out of nowhere people?
I think I said like the weirdest ones. I think River Como is
That's
definitely the weirdest one. Like you don't
Easily.
expect that.
Easily the weird. Oh, weird chills. Holy shit. the guy that would do the like weird list of stuff is like 10 creepiest places on Earth or whatever with that weird inflection. He does the voice in there. This is hilarious.
Right.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay, I'll talk about a few games I've been playing this week.
Yeah.
I had access to High on Life 2, so I put a few hours into that.
Okay.
And I need to just describe there was a series of 15 minutes at the beginning of this game that I need to tell you about. First off, you get to your ship, which is like a space like Winnebago or something now.
Mm-hmm.
And there is I kid you not, Fraser crane machine.
God damn it. Okay.
And it's got it literally has Fraser's face on it, and when you go up to play it, it says, "Hi, I'm Fraser Crane Machine, and I'm listening." And then you play the claw game, and I think you have to win because it looked like it kind of magnetized to it.
Okay.
I won a Niles Crane pillow.
Oh god.
It said it would show up on my bed, so I went and found my room, and there was a Niles Crane pillow. By the way, I posted screenshots of all this on my Blue Sky if you want to like follow along.
Oh, I'm gonna take
While
a look
I was
right
looking at this pillow, I heard a commercial playing behind me on the TV for the N64 version of Glover.
So this is what this was. I did see you post this picture and I didn't know what the hell it was. Okay.
It was just like a wild 15 minutes of like, what is happening here? I also feel like you can just take that commercial, like it literally says for the N64, it's Glover. Like, I mean, I guess it's just a commercial, so it's like 3D. I don't know, or maybe they did just like remaster it a couple years ago, so maybe there is somebody.
I heard the Glover remaster was a PS1 one, which was different, and also I don't know if it's the same publisher or not, like Pico Interactive.
I don't know. Like, do you need to ask anyone? Like, those videos are just like, you know, they're just commercials. I don't know, but it like straight up calls out the N64 and everything like that. Weird. The whole game's weird. I mean, if you played the first one, it definitely had a sense of humor.
Yeah.
This one seems to have the same one. You know, you got Knifey, you got the comedians who are the various guns. I don't have any of the new comedians, and I can't remember who they are. Tim Robinson's not back, which is a bummer. But they definitely got some new people, which I'm looking forward to. You get a skateboard this time, so you can kind of grind on everything. So it's a much faster game because you can move really fast. But yeah, I've only played about 2 hours or so it's kind of just like the introductory mission. I'll talk more about it as I play more.
Yeah,
but it seems good. I'm hoping there's another like commentary red letter media track, because I watched that entire movie with their commentary last time for that weird Evil Dead knockoff movie.
Yeah,
and I'm hoping they did it again for something.
Man, I really wish I liked High on Life because I couldn't stand that first game. I bounced off it so hard.
You didn't like the humor or anything like that?
After like a couple hours, I was like, I just can't handle it anymore. It's grating on me.
I mean, it is the same thing, and you even get to choose at the beginning how much like talking do you want there to be, and I kept it on like high or whatever the default was. So I mean, it's the same kind of humor. There's no Justin Roiland anymore for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if you like that humor, like it's still a pretty funny game, and they just like putting a ton of jokes. It's just a big joke machine.
Yeah.
The tutorial for your skateboard is like an FMV video that one of them shot, and he just starts rambling about how much he hates his dad while teaching you how to use the skateboard. So
See, that sort of stuff I like, and I like hearing it from you. I don't want to sit there with the knife screaming dumb shit like the whole time I'm using it. Like that's the stuff I don't like.
The knife will still, the Australian knife will still
Yeah,
scream dumb shit, and it loves stabbing people. I don't know. It's coming to Game Pass like next week, so maybe just like give it a try and see how long you can last. At least within the first hour, you'll get to play the Fraser Crane machine. Which
I do want to play the Fraser Crane machine.
Yeah, right. That's awesome. And it's such like a specific joke. It's like, who's this for? Like I know it's for me.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
why are you doing that?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
God damn it. I
guess but it also makes me sad. Like, here's a question for you. It's a thought experiment for the two of you. Do you think over or less than 50% of people who play High on Life 2 will know who Fraser Crane is?
Less.
Ooh, yeah, it's less.
You think it's less?
He's got some meme potential, but I would argue the target audience has never watched an episode of Frasier or Cheers.
Or they probably stopped playing video games at this point.
Or they're playing like they're not playing High on Life. Like
yes, exactly.
It's not like it's a major franchise or anything.
Right.
Yeah. So which makes me think, like, why did you put this joke in here? I mean, I really appreciate it.
Was clearly for one of the writers.
It's clearly for them. Yeah.
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 It's just like, you guys ever thought about how Crane has two meanings to it? But the delivery's so good because he like pauses for a beat. Hi, I'm Fraser Crane machine, and I'm listening. And it was like,
is it actually Kelsey Grammer's voice or just someone else?
No, it's not. It's
they're
it's like close to it, but it's definitely not Kelsey Grammer.
Damn.
Man.
Anyway, I'm hoping there's going to be more jokes of that caliber.
I'm sure.
We'll see. So, other than that, another Game Pass game I tried out this week was Relooted.
Yeah.
This is a parkour game where it's set in like Johannesburg, Africa, and it's very like kind of culturally centered around African art and stuff, because the concept of it is that all of these African artifacts were taken from Africa and put in various museums around the world, and you're going to steal them back. And one thing that was kind of just interesting that the developers like tweeted out was, you know how a lot of developers or publishers will be like, hey, here's when the game's going to unlock in the various time zones. I'm not sure if you've ever noticed this. They never mention when it unlocks in Africa.
I haven't noticed that. No.
Yeah. Specifically, Stephen Totillo over at GameFile kind of did a little write-up about this. So this developer tweeted out just African times when this game was going to unlock. And it's like, good for you. Nice.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. But so the concept of the game, there's kind of two phases to each stage. It's a side-scrolling game, has a really nice art style, but it's primarily a parkour game with kind of like a bit of a heist setup phase at the beginning. So you'll kind of enter this area, and you have like this drone where you can kind of see the whole thing, and they want you to set up like what your route is, because once you grab the artifact or once you like exit through a specific window, like an alarm will sound, and then you need to, as fast as you can, run from left to right. There's a bunch of different obstacles. There's different paths you can take if you want to like take the high route, take the low route. But then there's things like try not to get in these rooms because it's going to slow you down. There's going to be guards here. Did you set up a table underneath this door so when the lockdown comes, there'll still be a way for you to slide underneath and stuff like that. So you're kind of casing the area first, setting up, you have a team, putting your like the hackers, the lock people, the lock picks in specific areas so that when you come running, they can kind of open the areas for you, and then you can get out. And then there's a bit of a time attack element to like, do you want to do it again because you didn't hit all the like boosts and stuff like that, and see how fast you can do it. So it's cool. It's kind of unique. I'm liking it. It's on Game Pass. I think not on Game Pass, I think it's like $15. So it's a pretty cheap game. I don't know how long it is necessarily, but it's a cool setting that you like rarely get to see. So I think that alone is kind of worth checking out.
Cool. This was big at one of the Day of the Devs. They pushed this one pretty hard. I remember seeing a lot of video on it. So that's cool. Maybe a couple years ago.
This was at Summer Game Fest last year. I didn't end up playing it, but I heard people talking about it.
Gotcha.
All right, with that, let's talk about some news. And let's start off with the state of play. Did you guys watch this?
Yeah, it was great.
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. There was some really cool stuff. We don't have to go through everything. We'll do our usual, just kind of shout out stuff that's interesting to you. But I feel like we're going to touch on most of it. I'll just start at the beginning at this first one. New Kenna game, sequel to Kenna Bridge of Spirits. This is called Scars of Cosmora. This year. I really like Kenna. That game is gorgeous. I think it won the Game of the Award for like best looking visuals or something. I'm excited that there's a sequel coming.
Yeah, definitely. It looks great.
We want to shout something out?
Yeah, a lot of these have been shown at some other stuff. So I'm going to jump to Neva, the DLC, coming out in a week from now.
Hell yeah. Is it DLC or a standalone? I thought it was a standalone prequel.
They say DLC, but I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Looks
great.
This one mentions. Yeah, Neva, in my opinion, one of the prettiest games I've ever seen. So I am excited to jump back in that world. That's next week, which is great because I'm not playing anything right now. So,
right.
Claire, you're seeing this for the first time. Anything jumping out at you?
Castlevania Curse or Belmont's Curse.
Yeah. Oh, it looks so good. Yeah.
I need you to know this week, like we've been playing Curse of Darkness, which takes place after Castlevania 3 and has Richter in it.
Yeah.
And this game now is the next game chronologically.
Yeah.
Because it takes place 20 years after the game I'm currently playing. So it's just like, it's just, to me, it's just funny that it just, like, people were joking, like, you're going to will a new Castlevania game into existence while you're playing. It's like, no, I'm not.
There it is.
Happened.
It happened.
This is done by the Dead Cells guys, and looks good.
Yes.
Yeah, which, they just did the, Dead Cells DLC, Castlevania DLC, so clearly they struck a
they clearly had some love for the series.
Yeah, some kind of... One thing that was kind of interesting is, I think we should just get into the Konami segment, because I don't know if you guys know this, Konami makes video games again, and like a lot of them.
I had someone last night saying like they don't. I'm like, no, they totally do. There's gonna be some stuff.
They showed 4 games today. The segment where they were bringing this up, one of my old coworkers from GameSpot introduced it, Peter Brown, and was like, hey, I used to work with that guy. That's awesome. Good for him. I knew he was at PlayStation. Cool. He left GameSpot and went to PlayStation while I was there. But it was just awesome seeing him on the State of Play. So that was a fun little treat.
If we're talking Konami, I just want to bring up one thing that's awesome. Metal Gear Solid 4 has never been available in anything other than the PS3. So if you ever wanted to stream it's a fucking nightmare. So
it's finally free.
And now it's only on the PS5. Let's go. You can either have the PS3 or the PS5.
No, this one says August 27th on PS5, Xbox,
and PC.
Switch 1 and 2 and PC.
Wait, Switch 1?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Portable Metal Gear Solid 4 on the Switch 1. Let's go.
That's just great that they finally put that out on something people might actually play in 2026.
It's such a weird collection, though, because it's just for Peace Walker and the Game Boy Color game, Ghost Babel.
Ghost Babel, yeah.
To be fair, like, it could have been just 4 and people still would have been happy.
Totally.
True.
Big deal. It's a big deal, actually, for people that want to play those old games.
Yeah.
And then they'll realize how fucking weird 4 is.
And
then... And they went into this Darwin's paradox thing, which I didn't really understand what was going on.
Yeah. That's just a what is there a name for like inside and those like walking sim type things where you're just like walking through an environment and things are happening? It's one of those, I think.
Isn't that just walking simulator?
This one seemed to like kind of more puzzly and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel there's like there's varying degrees of how puzzly is this like side scrolling. Walking. I don't know. When I think walking simulator, I'm thinking like it's a
first
3D
person
environment.
Yeah.
I don't even not necessarily first person, but it could be. I don't know. Yeah, I usually just call them like limbo or inside likes.
Yeah.
Silent Hill, new Silent Hill. Paul, you excited?
Yeah, this is the Annapurna game. They finally are showing what this thing is, and it comes out this year. I watched the transmission after, and that was a giant waste of time. But because they didn't show anything new, it was literally that trailer again, and then they talked to the devs a whole bunch, which is great. But also, I was hoping to get some more information, but whatever. First person Silent Hill game with like actual combat and stuff, unlike the short message, which was just that was actually kind of a walking simulator of you just going through like a horror zone that goes weird. This looks like it's an actual Silent Hill game in first person, so should be interesting.
And then probably the least interesting of the Konami block is it was a new game called Rev Noir, but I'll just call it out here because that was the entirety of the Konami block.
Yeah, some anime JRPG type thing.
Yeah, action JRPG, I think it said.
Yeah, those environments looked really good, but I don't like how the characters, like I don't like that style for like anime characters, so I was pretty immediately turned off of it, unfortunately.
Claire, anything else jump out at you?
John Wick gets a new game.
Yeah.
Curious how that's going to work.
Yeah, it's called just John Wick. Just looks like a character action game, which makes sense.
Yep.
Kind of surprised we hadn't had one of these yet.
Yeah.
I mean, there was the John Wick Hex, and that was about it.
Yeah, I mean that's more of like a card game.
Yeah.
I'll call out. We got our first gameplay of Control Resonant.
Yeah, that's true.
Reminded me a lot of Gravity Rush.
Okay.
Just in terms, character action that you can kind of, launch yourself and then change where your gravity is and whatnot. There was a lot of emphasis on like moving gravity around this weird New York. So that's still probably my most excited game for the 2026.
Yeah. That Project Windless, I thought when they were first showing like the little bit of it at the very beginning was we were finally going to see some more like Black Myth, whatever the new one is, not Wukong, but the one after. But then this turned out to be just like a completely different thing based on some Korean book that I've never heard of. So it looked interesting, I guess. Giant rooster kicking the shit out of a bunch of people. Maybe Dynasty Warriors like? I'm not sure. Hard to tell.
I'll call out the Rayman 30th Anniversary Edition that's coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
This is in partnership with Digital Eclipse. So I don't know if it's one of their like Gold Master Series, but they did do some developer interviews and stuff like that, as well as you get to play through like the original Rayman prototype. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, back when it was a SNES game.
Yeah. Galactic Racer looks really pretty. I really like those environments that they showed.
Oh, the Star Wars
racing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That looked really good.
You already touched on it briefly. The God of War Sons of Sparta, a 2D action game.
Yeah.
That Shadow dropped.
Yeah.
I'm kind of waiting to hear if people like it or not, but it's just kind of too soon. But I think it looks good. I like the art style. It's way different than what you'd expect.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about how it looks like aesthetically, but I like that type of game, so I'll play it.
And then while we're talking about that, they're doing a trilogy remake.
Yes, of the original trilogy.
Sure, makes sense.
Yep.
Trying to see if anything else like new was shown.
Marvel Tokon got a release date, so that's awesome. Yeah. August.
Same with Mina the Hollow, we got a vague area for release too.
And they're getting
the group they're working with is surprising. It's Mega Cat Studios for the God of War game.
Yeah,
because like they've worked on a lot of weird shit.
What else have they worked on?
One of the most recent Five Nights at Freddy games, Into the Pit. The most recent Angry Video Game Nerd game. They've apparently helped out on a lot of like AAA games like Far Cry 6, Gears 5, Halo Infinite, Horizon Forbidden West, Leisure Suit Larry.
They do all the base games, the backyard sports games. Interesting.
Yeah, they're attached to a lot of games that I didn't realize they were working on.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, here's a selection of projects our team members have helped bring to life. So I think this might just be like, I don't know, this is Mega Cat themselves that worked on these, but oh yeah, WrestleQuest, I recognize that. But like a lot, I don't recognize like Lethal Wedding or Romeo and Julie Cat.
Sure.
Some of these look like some like mobile games.
Oh, they're doing ZPF, that shmup. the Genesis throwback type shmup. Interesting. Okay. Cool.
Anything else you guys want to shout out? That's kind of my picks.
Just quickly take a look here.
I have to laugh at the fact that Dead or Alive 6 is in fact getting a final release, and also there's a new Dead or Alive in the works.
Yep. They're
Yeah.
keeping the physics
I thought that
the
franchise
same.
was dead, and I love Dead or Alive, so.
Yep. Yeah, crazy. And we've seen all this other stuff here. Oh, I guess Death Stranding 2 coming on PC. So that game
So you
for
can finally
me,
play it.
that game for me is finally coming out for the first time ever. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
All right. Next news story we have here. Highguard. We were talking about it just last week as I tried it out. For the record, I tried out the 5v5 mode, and I do think it's better.
Okay.
It seems like almost the entire studio just got laid off.
Yeah.
I
saw that.
So this comes from like a LinkedIn post from one of the level designers. I'll just read the short post here. Unfortunately, along with most of the team at Wildlight, I was laid off today. This one really stings as there was a lot of unreleased content I was really looking forward to that I and others designed for Highguard. However, I'm excited for my next adventure. If your team or anyone knows someone looking for a level designer, hit me up. So that's crazy. I think it was out for like 2 weeks.
Something like that.
Yeah.
The game's not technically dead. It's not being. No one's mentioned taking it offline, so this isn't exactly a Concord situation. But I can't imagine there will be another update for Highguard.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That game, does it have microtransactions and stuff in it? I didn't look into it, like any of that. Like, how would they monetize this?
I believe so. Yeah, because I believe there was
Okay.
like you could buy like packs and stuff for skins and whatnot. I can't remember if there was specifically a battle pass or not, but there was definitely things that you could purchase, like currencies and such.
Like, were they expecting that Highguard, even if it shadow dropped and everything worked according to whatever they originally were going to do, was going to do so well that they were going to make enough money in that microtransactions that they would keep these people? Because, like, I know that it's getting bad word of mouth, but this seems really soon after.
Well, I would assume that there's a couple aspects. It's like, hey, are we bringing in enough revenue to warrant continuing forward with the hope of like the revenue will increase as we put more content in, versus do we have enough people playing it? Because they probably have, some kind of like math equation where it's like, hey, if you have X number of players, on average, this percentage of them will spend this much. So you kind of scale it from there.
Or at least gives a reason, like, we will put out more patches and DLCs because there's 100,000 people playing. Why wouldn't we continue supporting it? Where they see there's like 1,000 people playing, maybe it's harder to say, okay, well, we need a full-time level designer on staff, I guess.
Yeah, it sounds like Wildlight did provide a following statement. They updated this, looks like yesterday. And I'll just read the quote here. Today, we made an incredibly difficult decision to part ways with a number of our team members while keeping a core group of developers to continue innovating on and supporting the game. That's kind of the main part of it. So, I mean, they're saying they're going to keep going with it, but I can't imagine. It doesn't seem very healthy if you're laying off most of the studio, as this headline goes. So I'm very curious what happens to Highguard in the next month or so.
There was no numbers, right? Like, we don't know percentage of studio that was laid off. Just most is the only word we've kind of seen.
Yeah, it's most.
Yeah.
We're kind of hearing a lot of it from just people
That are
specifically laid off people kind of saying a few things, and that first LinkedIn post said, along with most of the team at Wildlife. Well, so
yeah.
Yeah, it's he say versus he say, so who knows?
Totally, yeah. That sucks. It doesn't fill you with confidence, though, like you said.
For sure, yeah. Well, let's keep on the same topic. Riot Games has laid off roughly 80 employees from the 2XKO team.
That's a little crazy because Riot has money that they could just waste if they wanted to.
I think 2XKO has been in development for a long time, though. I think they're probably sick of funding it.
It could be, yeah.
Apparently 80 is around half of the game's global development team.
Wow.
It's seeing they just had a they're blaming the layoffs on a sluggish player engagement for this new fighting game. Quote, as we expanded from the PC to console, we saw consistent trends in how players were engaging with 2XKO. Excuse me. The game has resonated with a passionate core audience, but overall momentum hasn't reached the level needed to support a team of this size long term.
Sure.
The hard thing about all these live service games is it's like it's just going to drain money until it's not. So you can kind of just like know when do you pull the plug, right? And there's only so many like Rainbow Six Siege comeback stories out there. So
yeah, that does seem like a pretty big team if 80 is half. So like 160 people for a game that's kind of failing. That is a lot of people. So
well, it is a fighting game. You're going to want like a bunch for that.
Yeah.
Fighting game with a lot of microtransactions.
And the worldwide team means there's probably a bunch in each like major country for translation stuff and server. Like, yeah.
Apparently they're not discontinuing support for the game. It's just a smaller focused team focusing on key improvements. We're reshaping the team to give 2XKO a more sustainable path forward. So much like Highguard, there might still be a future, but I would assume it's also kind of on life support. Paul, I do kind of agree with you. If like Riot can't get the game working, that's not great confidence for like other studios out there, because Riot has League of Legends just printing money for them.
Like Bungie showed some marathon stuff here at the State of Play. As you can tell, we've just completely skipped it because I don't think any of us really give that much of a shit about it. But like, they got to be sweating, right? Because holy shit,
yeah.
Holy shit. I think this week there was word for Arc Raiders hitting like a few million players already. Like it's doing very well. Let's see if I can find the specific story. Arc Raiders has sold 14 million units.
Yeah. So
I'm sure, I would assume Bungie's looking at that and being like, cool, there is an audience for this type of game.
Yeah.
But then there's the other argument of like, if people have already found their game, why would they go for a different one?
Yeah. How can you sell them? How
can
you win them over on it?
So like on that note, on the State of Play, we also skipped over it because I don't think any of us give a shit. That 4-loop game, the Bad Robot thing, like, who's going to stop playing Arc Raiders or Helldivers 2 to play this weird amalgamation of both that looks worse? Nobody's going to play that thing, right? Probably.
Yeah,
it feels bad because the guys there, they've probably been working on it for like 4 or 5 years or something. So they're at some point, they're not just going to pull the plug because Arc Raiders came out and be like, okay, well, it's done. Like, they're a year shipping. They got to see it through. And they're probably looking at Arc Raiders being like, nobody's going to play our game. Like, they're all playing this thing. And it looks kind of better.
Well, it comes back to that, like, that article that we touched base on like sometime last year, where it was like the majority of people are just playing like the same 6 games.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's like Minecraft, it's Fortnite, yada, yada. And it's like, once you've like put money into those, like, why would you move to a different one? They're like, let's just use Fortnite as an example. They keep updating Fortnite,
Yep.
They're probably updating it more than any other game gets updates at this point because of how much money. So it's like, if you're a budget conscious gamer, which more and more so we all are becoming as things get more expensive, like, why would anyone move over to like take a chance on something else? Especially, you got to bring your friends over. Hey, now you're all having to pay $40, $50, whatever it is.
Yeah.
None of all the money you put in skins, that doesn't come with it. So it's like, I would say every day it's harder to like play a new game.
Yeah. Honestly. Yep.
So like, no wonder every studio is laying everyone off.
Yeah.
And then so what's the other option? You have to come out with a game for free, Highguard, and just cross your fingers.
Yeah.
It's rough.
And Highguard was given the one last thing at the biggest gaming showcase in the world, like, and it caused a backlash.
I think that apparently might have hindered it too, because it got so much backlash. Yeah. And it wasn't even their decision, it was Keeley's.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, I understand the backlash part of it. On the other hand, like any publicity is good publicity, right? Like even if they're saying negative stuff, people are still saying Highguard into like a podcast or making an article of like what this is. Which most games would probably kill for that.
I know I'm torn on that being a good thing. So
yeah, it feels like there's no winning with the gaming industry. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
there's no winning.
Yep. All right, next news story. Here's an interesting one. Jason Momoa is to star in Sony Pictures' Helldiver feature film, directed by Justin Lin, who did Fast and Furious and Star Trek Beyond. This movie's coming out fall 2027. Thoughts?
I'm sure it is.
Starship Troopers is on my shelf right there, like all 4 of them. So I'm good. I have my Helldivers.
Wow, you have them all.
I have all of them.
You actually gave the other ones. Wow.
I've only seen the first one.
It's really the only one you need to watch.
Correct. That's correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this movie will happen. Sony seems like really into making movies right now.
Yeah. Probably. That first Starship Troopers is real good. If they made this to that quality, I'm in. Sure, why not?
I mean, I feel like I like the tongue-in-cheek tone of the actual Helldiver. So if they do Starship Troopers, but like really funny, I kind of might be down for that.
That's what I'm assuming you would do. Like, I don't know why else you would do it. Like, no one's being like, I hope it's like a really gritty, like space military thing. It's like, no, what?
That would be kind of funny in its own way.
Helldivers is just a parody of Starship Troopers. So
totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Jason Momoa has some like comedic chops, so I can see this working.
Yep. He was funny in that Minecraft movie. I got to give it to him.
Okay. I don't know if I got to give anything to anyone involved with the Minecraft movie, but you can do whatever you like.
He was pretty good. Jack Black says everything that he puts up. He shows something and then he says what it is. It's great. Good movie.
That's okay. Does he? All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, sure. I will probably see that movie if it comes out. All right, this next one, I thought this would be a fun thing. This idea came to me last week when I was calling Black Myth Wukong not putting something behind their waterfall a video game crime.
Yeah. And
I was like, I think we need to start looking at more video game crimes as obviously the like arbiters of video game justice.
The video game
police.
Three
of us find ourselves in exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I mean, not police because like
I know,
cops, but like a cool justice person. Yeah.
Cool justice person.
So I asked people to send in some video game crimes, and I wanted to touch on one, and we'll see how this goes. We might continue doing this, but Calvin wrote in with requiring information from outside the game, and their example was you basically need Bulbapedia to know how a lot of the Pokemon evolve. And then I thought of another example is like in FromSoft games, some of these items you have no idea what they do, and you like need to go to Reddit or on like, a wiki online. So I bring it to you two. Is this a video game crime?
No, that's called how you sell a guidebook.
Is that not a crime? You don't think that's a crime that you need the guidebook?
I don't like when that happens, but at the same time, it's not like this is a new thing. This is something from like the 80s.
You sound like big video game coming in here being like, do you want to pre-order the guidebook as well? Paul, what are your thoughts?
You're not gonna like my thoughts. I'm a big fan of not knowing stuff, and I think knowing and people kind of like giving you the answer ruin video games. I don't like when things are solved. I like finding that shit out. Because when I know that there's a thing or a meta, I feel like I have to do it as well. And I hate that. I'd rather just play a game and enjoy not knowing that this Pokemon turns into this until it happens.
At some point, aren't you just going to be like trial and error, like over and over?
As far as I'm concerned, that's what video games are. Yeah.
I think that sucks.
That's how, I grew up playing video games. I don't know. I'm good with it.
Okay, so in the ruling, I'm saying that's a video game crime. I think there's a way you can kind of have both. I think you can have your cake and eat it too. I'm not saying when you get the Pokemon, it tells you exactly how to do it. Or when you get the
Right.
item, the tooltip says specifically what it's doing. But I think there should be something else in the game somewhere that if you like search and you find it, it'll then reveal the information. I think having it contained within the game, I think gives you the best of both worlds.
Sure.
But for these two examples, more so the Pokemon one, because I don't know every single item from a FromSoft game. That information is just not there. You like have to trial and error it, or just go do one Google search, and you'll get the information. So what do you think about it?
I don't feel like in Pokemon you need certain evolutions though, right? Like you can just roll the dice and play with it, because Pokemon games are stupid easy unless you're doing like competitive shit.
Sure. Well, I mean, with the general idea of like you got to catch them all. I mean, there's like a whole song about it.
Yeah. Again, I don't care about like trophies and achievements and doing all that stuff, so I never gave a shit about actually collecting them all. That's not a thing.
I will also say, as each like subsequent Pokemon game comes out, they put weirder and weirder like rules to evolve them in, so it gets like harder.
Okay, that is weird to me that they do that. So sure, I kind of get that now.
Walk around with your Pokemon, but only at night.
Yeah, or like evolve, make it level up next to this one specific rock.
And so for this one, like walk around at night, does it say in the like Pokedex at least like something might happen if you? Oh, that is a problem then. That's the game's bad then. Bad game.
So so what side are you on? Is this a video game crime?
Huh?
Is this a video? How is it? But is this not a video game crime then?
I mean, requiring outside information isn't the crime. It's that the game developers didn't put any information at all in the game. That's the crime.
Aren't those two sides of the same coin?
No, because I don't think you need to know how to evolve that Pokemon, but they should have it in there. Like, because you don't need that Pokemon to continue the game. So it's not required information.
Okay. Well, against Claire's point, I think having a reason, this is why they need to buy the guidebook. No matter what it is, that's a crime. Like, that sucks.
I mean, that's consumerism, which in itself is a crime, but yeah.
Okay. Each one of us gets to do the ruling.
So the crime is capitalism, basically.
I'm saying
capitalism.
I'm saying this is a video game crime. I'm hitting my gavel. Claire, where are you at?
I'm saying it's a normal crime because capitalism.
I'm saying it's not a crime.
Okay.
It's just shitty.
All right.
I
think we should keep doing this. We gotta fix video games.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Listeners,
finally, someone has the courage to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
someone's got to stand up, right? topdownperspective@gmail.com, @TDP podcast on Twitter, the Discord channel, Claire's PO box are great ways not only just to send in questions, but also to send in video game crimes. And I want to urge you, you have to reference a game that it happens in. You can't just say something you don't like and then in brackets be like, I don't know what game it is, but I know it's there. Like, I can't do anything with that.
The more information, the better. Yeah.
We need hard evidence this is a real thing and not something that you just are upset about. So send in your video game crimes and we will once and for all determine the outcome and fix video games.
We will fix video games. That's right.
Yeah. That's what we're doing every week here. We're trying to fix video games. All right, let's go to some questions. I can do the second one because I'll look at all the answers, but Claire, why don't you take this first one?
Okay. From Mima, is there any cartoon or film franchise you want to see in video game form?
It would have been John Wick.
It would have been Samurai Pizza Cast, but I'm getting that later this year. So.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one too, actually.
If that's not 27, I forget.
I think it's this year. I think you were right.
Out.
Yeah.
I mean, I just watched Promare like a month ago.
Promare would be good.
It's like an anime movie about like super firefighter heroes. That would be a great game.
Yeah, that would be good. I don't know that I have an answer. Because all the stuff I would say they have made video games of to varying degrees.
Where's my Breaking Bad video game?
I don't even know how that would work.
Where's my Tetris the movie, the game?
Okay.
Yeah, now
So
we're talking.
a game based. All right.
A game based on pixels. That's what we
Oh
need.
yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of the IPs I care about already have games. So.
Yeah, exactly, right?
I'm trying to think like what are some of like my favorite like movies lately. Have they? I don't know. Is there a Top Gun Maverick game? Did they ever do a Top Gun game?
There's
For,
a
like,
couple of Top Gun
the
games.
first
Yeah.
one. Okay. All right. Does
What
it
if
have
they-
maybe half a dozen to a dozen?
Is there like a volleyball mini game in the middle of it?
No.
What?
Well, because
Missed
the
opportunity.
first ones were NES, so
True.
And they hadn't invented volleyball yet? What are you talking about?
Yep.
not in the NES.
Okay.
What about like a
Yeah, I think
Mighty
that Super
Ducks?
Mario movie probably needs to have a game. I think something like that would probably take off.
That would
Okay.
be sick, yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
What about a Mighty Ducks hockey game, but also in between there's like the Persona parts where you're going to school because they're kids or whatever. You're on the Mighty Ducks.
That could be interesting. But
That sounds
I thought
awesome.
the Mighty Ducks cartoon, and I'm like, I kind of want that more.
And the cartoon,
The one where they're aliens and they just have superpowers when they put on their
Yeah.
hockey gear.
Yeah, both of
Like
these.
give them like special attacks, right? For like when you're on the
Yeah.
ice.
Yeah.
So it's basically like a Mario sports game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down for both of these, actually.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. All right. This next one is a quiz for us. It's a multiple choice quiz. There's 5 questions here. This
Okay.
comes from Rasterman. So I'm going to go over the questions for you guys. Here we go. Question 1. How many normal TDP episodes came out in 2025? This does not include Game of the Year nor spoiler casts. And they're multiple choice, so here's the 5 possibilities. 40, 43, 45, and 50.
I think 43.
There's no way it's 50.
No.
Because that would have meant we only missed 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. And
more than that.
Yeah, that's impossible.
43 is pretty good. Yeah.
I think it's 43.
It's 40 or 43. I'm going to say 40.
Okay.
I'm also thinking 43. The answer is we'll never know. Oh, here we go. It's 43.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
Nice.
All right, question 2. Is Behind the Veil an official TDP episode title? Yes or no? I'm assuming the person who like writes in the episode names is this one of them.
It's this person. Yeah. Same person.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Then probably.
Yeah, probably.
Are you thinking it's like a Veilguard episode or something? Like Dragon Age?
Maybe? It must be, right? Yeah.
I don't know what else Veil would reference, so I'll say yes as well. You guys both said yes?
I say yes. It seems too basic though, right? Like not funny enough or something. Not stupid enough.
And all of ours are like really funny because we're all hilarious.
Hilarious.
So.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Yep.
3. What year was the last guest episode not featuring Nathan? A, 2020, B, 2021, C, 2017, and D, 2023. I'm pretty sure I remember who this is.
It's 12 minutes and it was your friend.
Does that count?
Yeah.
Does
why
the
not?
spoiler cast count? I was thinking just like one of the regular episodes where, again, usually one of my friends comes on.
Sure. I think it was that. If those, yeah, I don't know if it counts, to be honest with you. If Rasterman's listening right now, maybe they can say, but
Okay, I'm gonna guess if 12 minutes doesn't count, I'm gonna guess 2020 because I think I know who that would have been.
I think it's 2020 anyways, right? Wasn't that when 12 minutes was?
Oh.
It might have been the same year.
12 minutes is a weird ass bad game.
It is a weird ass bad game. That's true. Yeah.
Okay, so we're both guessing 2020. Claire, do you have a guess?
I guess I'll stick with 2020. I have this weird gut feeling it's 2017, but I'm gonna stick with 2020.
That's wait, no, I know that's too early. Okay, answer is they are doing the 12 minutes one, 2021.
It was 2021? Okay. Oh, okay. I thought it was 2020.
No.
But whatever.
I think the one I was thinking of, if 12 minutes doesn't count, was one of my coworkers from GameSpot. So that's why 2020 worked for me. And I knew 2017 was too early because I hadn't worked at GameSpot yet.
It would have been, what was his name? Tony?
I think it was Tony.
Chainsaw Pope, right? is his
Yeah,
handle, I
either
think.
him,
Yeah.
maybe Jake. Jake came on one of them too. Can't remember who was what order. Anyway,
Would he have been before though? Yeah,
yeah,
I remember. Yeah.
All right. 4. What was the first genie question sent
Oh
through
my
Discord
God.
about? A, cooking, B, game skills, C, game stealing, or D, time traveling? I have no idea. I'm gonna guess cooking.
I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
guess
guess
time
time
traveling. Yeah,
Oh,
I think
both
so.
time traveling? Okay. Here we go. The answer is C, game stealing.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay. And last one, which I don't even remember what this is. When was the last tweet from the Game Experts?
Game experts.
Game experts.
Gam experts.
Gam experts is a different thing. It's the After Dark.
That's gross.
Game expert account. A, 2010, B, 2013, C, 2016, D, 2012. Does anyone remember what this even is?
So I think there was like an inside joke or a throwaway line where we're like, yeah, we're the game experts or whatever instead of
Seems like something
TDP.
Nathan said.
Yeah. And then we found out that there actually was a game experts on Twitter or something.
Okay.
Like I would
What
say
were the options
2016.
2010 seems way too early. Well, sorry, like, because that's like when the podcast started.
Yeah.
But we're saying this is someone else's account that we like came across.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 2012. I don't know.
I'll say
What were the options
2016.
again?
10, 13, 16, and 12.
16.
Oh, what was your guess?
I was gonna say 16. I'll say 13 just so one of us might be right.
2012. So I guess I got it.
There you go.
All right.
Nice. Cool. Okay. Next from Hebrew Lantern writes, what is the worst game you've ever played? It's probably Mega Man on the Game Boy. Fuck that piece of shit.
How am I supposed to pick?
You don't have just like a kind of an internal list of some of the worst ones.
It's that Aiden Chronicles or whatever, right? Or
Aiden Chronicles is my least favorite game. Like that I rented, but like
but not worst, maybe. Okay.
I've played like shitty DOS games for Cusco Grande and shit like that. I played games that barely work.
Sure.
Oh man, worst game I've ever played. It's probably some like random ass advert game, but there's something fun. Like I like that I can reference that weird like Chris Evans Connect game that Red Foo from LMFAO is in, which I can never remember the name of.
Wasn't it like you're in the movies or something?
Yeah, it's like something star.
Something like that. I mean, like that game is top to bottom, everything about it is bad, but like I'm glad I played that.
Sure.
I can't even remember. I have a specific shitty DOS game. It might have been an Amiga game I played, and I cannot for the life of me remember the name. It's like Captain something, Captain Phasar or something like that.
Yaris for the Xbox 360 sucked.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe one of those two.
Yeah, the commercial console will be Aiden Chronicles, but otherwise, yeah.
Okay.
Next up, I wasn't marking my place.
This one, here you go.
Suku, how many browser tabs do you have open right now?
4. And they're all show related.
I guess, yeah. I have, 4.
19.
19. Wow.
And only 2 are related to the show right now. Because I'm the kind of person that will leave a tab open to remember something.
I do that too.
I always have my email addresses open. I always have Twitter and Blue Sky open.
Gotcha.
And then I have a bunch where I'm just like, here, this is to remind me to look into this thing, and then I never do.
Sure. I know some people that just like never close their tabs and they have like 40. And it's just ridiculous. And they won't even...
No, 40 is low. Like those are rookie numbers. I know people that have like hundreds.
Yeah.
And like when instead of like fixing it or clearing it out, they'll just open a new window so they don't have to worry about it. And it's like, now it's fresh and clean. And it's like, what? No, that's not how it works.
Yeah, 19 on Firefox right now, and like on my phone, 3 active tabs, 24 inactive tabs.
Phone I'm pretty on top of.
Phone.
Like maybe like 6. Phone I definitely do more of like, oh, I need to kind of remember this thing.
Yeah, me too.
This is something I need to reference.
24 on phone.
Jeez, that's crazy.
I do that too, where I need to like, I listen to a song, I'm like, oh, that's sick. What else has this band done? Then I'll like look up that band and then leave it so I can look them up at home or something later. Yeah.
Phantom Aegis, what's a movie that you enjoy but find hard to recommend or rewatch now, whether it be special effects, a certain person involved in the production, or how it handles certain social views? I have a couple of these. Baby Driver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't really watch that one anymore because of Kevin Spacey's in it.
I always feel weird watching Tarantino stuff now.
Sure. And then in a different light, the American version of Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which I like that movie. I think it's cool. I'm glad I have the DVD, but I'm never just like, does anyone want to sit down and be like really uncomfortable for 2.5 hours?
Would I?
If I like something, I'll recommend it. I'm pretty good at separating people from stuff. So like, maybe like one of my worst traits is that I don't really care if somebody's like a terrible person. If they make something I like, I'll still like it generally.
Well, it could also just be like special effects or it's dated or something.
Nah, I like the fact when shit looks dated.
Yeah, I do too.
Fair enough.
Sure. YouTube kept recommending me some weird schlocky like 1980s action murder movie called The Wraith, and it's just about like shit, I'm blanking on his name. Charlie Sheen gets killed and comes back as a ghost that drives a car and makes people crash into him.
That's
I'm
awesome.
Like, hell yeah, I will watch the hell out of this movie.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I think there is something to be said for like it looks old, but they're still using like practical effects.
Yeah.
Versus there's some movies that I quite like. I liked growing up, but they're like old 3D animation.
Oh, like the Mummy movies, the first 2 Mummy movies do that?
Where it's just like, no matter what, this just looks bad. Like, I just wish this looked better.
Early CG The Rock in the second Mummy movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, next up is VGC Kenny. Right. My greatest desire in an RPG is to let the whole party in combat. I think there's a word missing there. My greatest desire.
No, like, but the whole party in combat, like use them all.
Oh, the whole party. Okay, gotcha. My greatest desire in an RPG is to let the whole party in combat. Most RPGs cap out letting you use 4 party members. Where do you all stand on this?
When I have a limited amount of people I can put in a party, I will always just find the group I love to use the most and stick with them and ignore the rest.
Yep. Yeah. Me too.
But I would be okay with everyone being involved in combat.
Me too.
They kind of expanded on this a bit. And they made some good points. Like, if everyone was in combat, like let's say you had like 10 people, combat would take forever.
You can find ways to speed that up.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I don't think everyone should be in combat, but I do understand the point of like, well, then why do I have all these characters? But then I guess the point is so then you can then choose.
Yeah, who your favorites are.
Tailor your team to what feels comfortable to you, and then get the other ones ready for when they have specific story beats by themselves.
It would also be hard to, if everyone was in combat, like synergize off of each of them, because now you need to remember like 10 people's combos and different skills and how they work. Like that would be so much to juggle.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. This isn't a combat thing, but it's kind of cool when something like Mass Effect happens where like you can play with whoever you want during the whole game and you like do their loyalty quests and learn more about them. Obviously you still have your favorites that you take with you all the time, but then the last mission you get like a little moment with every single character as you go through like a big thing. That's sick. I love that, where every character is involved somehow.
Final Fantasy 6 has a cool thing at the end where like you have to build 3 separate parties to go through. So
that's cool. Yeah,
that shit's cool.
I like how Final Fantasy 10 handles it, where it's just like, you can just swap whenever you want. It doesn't matter. You're in the middle of a fight. Yeah, just call someone else in.
Yep.
I don't like when the experience is not shared fully with everyone, because then that ensures I will just never use those other people. Like you're forcing me to like pick a party and like stick with it for the rest of the game. Otherwise I'll just be behind. Whereas if you level them all up at the same and just, wave away the narrative, like, oh, they actually were all helping out, but like whatever. I only saw these 4. At that point, I would be fine swapping around because like the thing that happened most recently would have been like Clair Obscure, and there were some areas where it's like, oh, you need to do this fight with this specific person.
Yeah.
For whatever narrative reason. And it's like, well, I haven't been using that person. So now I just need to go grind that person for a while. Like, this sucks. Whereas we could have just like done it and there would have been no weird roadblock and everyone would have been happy. Like, what do you care, game?
They don't have like any pictos like put on or any. Yeah, that's rough when that happens.
All right, last but not least, Valcor writes in and says, if you had to pick between fighting Cloud, Strife, and Kirby, who do you think you stand a better chance against? Cloud, because he wouldn't really care and want to fight.
How do you fight a black hole? Like, is that possible?
That's true. Has Kirby like ever died? Because like I've died as Cloud.
Every time I play Kirby, I seem to die. So yes, I guess.
Okay. Kirby has 1-ups. Cloud does not. That makes him much more threat.
Well, okay. I think in both scenarios we're gonna lose.
Yeah,
do you think Kirby's would be a faster death? Because like,
yes,
it would be a faster death because it just has to hold down the B button and eat you, and then you're dead.
Yeah. Do you just die immediately? Like, is it just like instantaneous? It doesn't hurt because like Cloud could like cut your arm off, and now you're like in agony.
Yeah, it's rough because like when Cloud does like a limit break, some of those like animations are like 2 full minutes long, and that character that he's attacking
just like
is
fucking you up with 900 slashes and stuff.
See, I just think he's just gonna be like, you're not worth my time, and walk off. That's why I think Cloud's the better pick.
Yeah,
I feel like in this scenario, like you're fighting. There is no like not going to fight. Whatever, you have to fight these people. It might be easier to punch Kirby. Like Cloud has that weird
might be the
like
easier
spiky
one to bribe out of stopping the fight because you could just distract him with food. But like otherwise, yeah, he's going to kill you pretty fast and easily.
I might win against Kirby because like a cancer, he eats me, gains my power of seasonal depression disorder or something, and then he's just in the long run, he's actually the one.
The powers. He doesn't keep them. It's not like it's just amalgamated into you.
That's true.
A little part of me will stay with him, though. It'll ruin him from the inside out.
You made such an innocent child feel depression. How could you?
I think the advantage to fighting Kirby is you're fighting like a monster, like an animal, versus like Cloud you can talk to. Like this person is completely conscious about what they're doing. They could even like insult you and be mean. Or they could say like, I'm sorry. Like you it's another human being you're fighting. Versus, at least with Kirby, I'm fighting an animal. So there's a bit more of like, all right, I don't feel as bad about killing you, I guess.
What a weird question. I like that one.
All right, that's going to do it for questions. If you would like to send in questions for next week, topdownperspective@gmail.com, at TDP Podcast on Blue Sky, the Discord channel, or Claire's P.O. Box. What is your game of the week?
Melvor Idol.
Mega Man 4 on the Game Boy? That's weird.
Yeah, that's a good choice. That was fun when I did it.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Mine is the Fraser Crane machine.
Yep.
The game within a game.
Yep. All right, thanks everyone for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.